Let's begin with the latest updates that are coming in from Baramati. Anytime now, Ajit Pawar's mortal remains will be taken out of the Baramati hospital. The mortal remains will be kept for the Antim Darshan, for the public to pay their last respects in Baramati overnight. There's a sea of supporters who have gathered outside the Baramati hospital to pay tributes. Ajit Pawar's family has also reached the hospital. They're waiting for all the formalities to be concluded, and then his mortal remains will be moved from the hospital. The funeral procession is tomorrow at 9 a.m. So anytime now, the mortal remains will be taken from the hospital to the ground, where for the public to come and pay their last tributes. The mortal remains of Ajit Pawar will be kept overnight, and then at 9 a.m. is when the funeral procession will begin. And at 11 a.m. is when you will see the last rites taking place in Baramati. I'll bring in Abhijit Karande for more details. He's joining us live from Baramati. Abhijit, a sea of grief in Baramati. It's been gripped by shock whilst people still in Baramati process what's happened to Ajit Pawar. But we understand all preparations have been made for a funeral tomorrow, which is going to see huge crowds.
Right now I'm at Vidya Pratishthan, where Ajit Pawar's mortal will be bring for an Antim Darshan. We can see those two mandaps where Ajit Pawar's mortal will be placed, and people can take his final or Antim Darshan, and then they will proceed. So at least until 10 p.m. People from Baramati and across the state who are coming to the Vidya Pratishthan to take Antim Darshan of Ajit Pawar will be able to pay their respect to their leader. As of now, we can on the other side we can see those dumpers and those JCBs also there, which are preparing for the final rites, which will happen tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mostly union leaders from the BJP also coming to the Baramati to pay their respect to the leader Ajit Pawar. And on the other side, we can see the whole preparations are going on in full swing. Anytime soon, Ajit Pawar's mortal will be bring here from the medical college, where right now they are examining. Ajit Pawar's colleague and Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, and Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, and Governor of Maharashtra also in Baramati.
Abhijit, is there any confirmation on whether the Prime Minister and Home Minister Amit Shah will also be there for the funeral? There are some reports that suggest that the Prime Minister will be making his way to Baramati tomorrow. Any confirmation on that?
So there is a huge buzz that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah will come to this, come to take final darshan of Ajit Pawar, and they will attend the final rites of Ajit Pawar. Even Prime Minister Narendra Modi have spoken to Sharad Pawar in the early morning and taken and try to console him and his family also. But there is not an official confirmation as of now. No official tour has been declared by the state government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi or Home Minister Amit Shah. But except that, party leaders across the state and the center, they will come to pay their respect, as we know that Sharad Pawar is a national figure and they have very cordial relations with all party leaders, and this is a very big loss of Pawar family as well as NCP also, as well as state also. So they will definitely come to pay their final respect. And as we see that alongside Mandap, there are across party lines, all the state leaders of NCP, all the leaders from the Shiv Sena and other parties, they have come there to pay their final respect. So this is a huge loss of Baramati, huge loss of people of Baramati, huge loss of a state, and as well as Pawar family also, because there is a big question mark. Who will lead the NCP after Ajit Pawar?
Okay, Abhijit continues to get us those updates, and the family members are currently in Baramati. For them, you can only imagine what a difficult time this is. It must be so hard to process this news that Ajit Pawar is no more. They're currently at the Baramati hospital. We got heartbreaking images earlier of Supriya, Sule and Sunetra Pawar united, unfortunately, at this time, by grief, by this tragedy that struck their family. They are currently at the Baramati hospital. Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde are also there. They're with the family, personally with them in the Baramati hospital. Anytime now, the mortal remains of Ajit Pawar will be brought out of, in fact, the hospital and moved to the ground where Abhijit has been reporting from. And as we get you those updates, on the right there are images not from the plane crash site, but actually from the Baramati hospital. So we'll just correct that on our screens as well. And as we get those updates as well, we will connect with more of our reporters in Baramati to get you those updates. You see the crowds that have gathered there, waiting outside the hospital to pay their last respects as well to Ajit Pawar, a leader who's represented them for so many years, truly, truly loved in Baramati. I'll bring in Vidya also for the latest updates on the tributes that have poured in. And Vidya, a 3-day mourning that's been announced in Maharashtra. We understand that in several districts already, there's been a virtual shutdown to mourn the loss of their own, to mourn the loss of Ajit Pawar.
In fact, what we see is also in not just Baramati but in the entire Pune district. Many parts of it, people have closed down shops, markets are closed on their own volition. It's not been forced or anything, but people have done so and moved out to Baramati to pay their last respects. They know that they will be seeing Ajit Pawar, the mortal remains of him, for the last time, and that's one of the reasons why we see people moving in. All roads leading to Baramati are chock-a-block. It's difficult. The entire traffic is very slow. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic on that road where, people are heading towards Baramati because they know that they can have a last glimpse of their beloved leader. And of course, the entire incident per se was so shocking that it's still not seeped in. A lot of people kept asking, and of course there are conspiracy theories that have been floated, but then a lot of people really want to know what really happened. How did it really occur? Some incident like this. An accident of wherein Ajit Pawar was going to campaign for the Zilla Parishad elections. Remember, the state has perpetually been in elections since couple of months now.